Have you ever wondered why some individuals seem to effortlessly soar ahead in life, acquiring new skills, achieving remarkable success, and radiating an unquenchable vitality, while others, despite their intelligence, remain stagnant, perpetually feeling overlooked? What is the hidden fire that propels some towards boundless growth, while others settle for the mundane? Is it innate talent, or something far more accessible, a quality that can be cultivated by anyone? Today, we journey into a profound Zen Buddhist tale that reveals the true secret to rapid progress and lasting fulfillment. This isn't just a story about ancient wisdom, it's a direct, transformative guide for anyone yearning to excel, to truly embrace lifelong learning, and to unlock their fullest potential. Prepare to discover why an insatiable thirst for knowledge is the defining characteristic of true success, and how cultivating this inner drive can transform your entire life. Chapter 1. The Disciple's Complaint, the Illusion of Unfairness. Once upon a time, in a tranquil monastery nestled amidst ancient trees, there lived a wise Zen master and his devoted disciple. This first disciple had been with the master for a considerable time, dedicating himself to study and practice. After some time, another disciple, eager to learn, joined their small community. What happened next was perplexing to the first disciple. He observed, with growing dismay, that this new disciple seemed to absorb lessons with astonishing speed. In a remarkably short period, the new disciple learned much more, progressing at a pace that far outstripped his own. The first disciple began to feel a gnawing sense of neglect, a subtle resentment creeping into his heart. He felt overlooked by his master, despite his longer tenure and loyal service. One day, unable to contain his simmering frustration, the first disciple approached his master, his voice tinged with a blend of accusation and hurt. He expressed his grievance. "Master, I have been studying with you since before that boy came. I have served you diligently for so long, yet in such a little time, you seem to have taught him more than me. Why have you favored him with so much knowledge, while I, your loyal student, feel neglected?" The master listened patiently, his serene gaze fixed on the first disciple, his eyes filled with profound understanding, not judgment. He remained silent for a while, allowing the disciple's words to fully settle. Then, with a gentle smile, he said, "My dear student, before I tell you the reason, first listen to a story. Then, you will have your answer." The first disciple, still vexed but compelled by curiosity, agreed. The master then began to narrate a timeless tale. Buddhist insight. This opening sets up a classic human dilemma: jealousy, issa, and envy, matsarya. Two forms of dosa, hatred, aversion. The first disciple experiences dukkha, suffering, due to his attachment to external validation, being favored by the master, and his perceived lack of progress compared to others. His complaint highlights avidya, ignorance, not understanding the true nature of learning or his own role in it. The master's choice to tell a story is a upaya, skillful means, guiding the disciple to an experiential realization rather than a direct, potentially confrontational, explanation. This sets the stage for a teaching on the true drive for knowledge. Chapter 2. The Well of Thirst, Two Travelers. One problem. And the story goes like this. Once, a traveler was journeying on his way under the intense midday sun, its scorching rays beating down with merciless intensity. The traveler felt an overwhelming thirst. His throat parched, his body weary. He did not have any water with him, so he desperately started looking around, scanning the desolate landscape for any sign of refreshment. After walking for a while, his hopes soared as he finally found a well, its dark mouth promising cool water beneath. However, his heart sank when he discovered that there was no bucket or rope to draw the water out from the well's depths. Disappointed, and without exerting any further effort, he moved on, unable to quench his thirst, resigned to his fate. After a while, some other traveler passed from there. This second traveler was also profoundly thirsty, his need for water just as great, if not greater. He came to that very same well, looked into its depths, and saw, just like the first, that there was no bucket and no rope to bring out water. But unlike the first, he did not give up. He immediately began looking around, actively searching the vicinity. He found a bucket nearby, a stroke of luck perhaps, but he still needed a rope. Not finding any rope readily available, His ingenuity kicked in. He spotted long, sturdy grass growing nearby, recognized its potential, and began uprooting that grass, patiently weaving it together, strand by painstaking strand, to make a makeshift rope. In a short while, a long, usable rope was ready. With the help of that improvised rope, he meticulously drew water from the well, quenching his immense thirst with deep satisfaction. Hydrated and refreshed, he then left, continuing his journey, empowered by his resourcefulness. Then, the master concluded his story and turned to his first disciple. "Now tell me," the master asked gently, "according to you, which traveler was more thirsty?" The disciple immediately replied, without hesitation, "Master, the second traveler was undoubtedly more thirsty. That's why he worked so hard, using his ingenuity and persistence, to bring water out of the well to quench his thirst. His actions proved his need." Buddhist insight. This parable vividly illustrates the concept of viriya, right effort, driven by tanha, craving. Specifically the thirst for something essential. The first traveler represents someone whose desire is present but not strong enough to overcome obstacles or generate effort. The second traveler represents someone whose desire is intense, leading to resourcefulness and persistent effort. This highlights that the intensity of one's longing directly correlates with the effort one is willing to expend. The master's question forces the disciple to shift his perspective from external circumstances to internal motivation. A key step in right view. Samma Ditthi. Chapter 3. The Thirst for Knowledge, a Blueprint for Lifelong Learning and Success. The master smiled, a knowing satisfaction in his eyes. "You are right, my dear student," he affirmed. "The second traveler was indeed more thirsty, because he worked hard to quench his thirst. The same is precisely the case with your fellow boy, the new disciple. His thirst for knowledge, his genuine hunger for understanding, is simply more profound, more urgent, than yours, and that's why, to fulfill it, he works harder, dedicates himself more fully, while you, perhaps, do not." The disciple received his answer. The truth, delivered with such clarity through the simple parable, resonated deeply within him. From that day on, he understood that true progress came from within, from the intensity of one's own seeking. He began to work harder, his efforts now fueled by genuine insight, not mere comparison. You see, in our lives, we will find that the quench for learning is profoundly important for every one of us. This isn't just about academic success, it's about continuous growth, adaptability, and resilience. If you genuinely want to be successful in your life, if you wish to cultivate wisdom and achieve your highest potential, then you must possess this quench for learning, a constant, unyielding thirst for knowledge, for understanding, for new insights. This insatiable curiosity is a defining characteristic of all truly successful people. They are not content with what they already know, they always tend to learn something new, constantly expanding their horizons. Their innate desire for an endless supply of information, for continuous growth, makes them highly successful, for they are always adapting, always evolving. Sometimes, people fall into the trap of thinking that because they are an expert at something, because they have achieved a certain level of mastery, they don't need to learn anything more. They close their minds, becoming stagnant. But they should always remember that we can endlessly learn something new from the vast tapestry of existence. If we are truly open to it, if our minds are receptive, we can learn something new from the most unlikely sources: a child's laughter, a simple interaction, a seemingly mundane observation, just as the Buddha learned from a squirrel. The thirst for learning is not only important for those who are currently striving for success, it is equally, if not more, important for those who have already succeeded in their life. Because by continuously learning something new, you will never feel bored in your life. You will always feel refreshed, invigorated, your mind vibrant and engaged. Learning is a lifelong process, it should never end. It is the fuel for continuous progress. You can procure knowledge through a myriad of sources, from the wisdom contained in books, the vast expanse of the internet, the daily insights of newspapers, the structured learning of textbooks, the visual narratives of television, the ancient wisdom passed down through stories and folktales, and countless other channels. Cultivating this thirst for learning can profoundly enhance your quality of life. It can reduce your stress by diverting your attention to something new and wholesome, bringing freshness into your daily experience. It can boost your confidence and make you more assured in your social interactions. As your knowledge and adaptability grow. And the most beautiful, liberating thing about learning is that no one, absolutely no one, can ever take it away from you. It is your inherent, indelible treasure. Therefore, never let the thirst for learning diminish in your life. Because, as long as you are learning, as long as that flame of curiosity burns brightly within you, your life will keep moving, inevitably, on the path of progress, growth, and boundless awakening. Buddhist insight. This section directly links the parable to the benefits of quench for learning. It defines lifelong learning as a key characteristic for success, both worldly and spiritual. It emphasizes viriya, right effort, in seeking knowledge and the broad sources for prajna, wisdom, books, internet, etc. It counters avidya, ignorance, which leads to stagnation. The idea of learning for enjoyment and freshness highlights the joy, pity, found in mindful engagement. Rather than just achievement, the metaphor of knowledge as something no one can take away from you emphasizes its intrinsic value and non-attachment to external rewards. The entire section functions as a practical guide for cultivating right mindfulness, samma sati, and right effort, samma vayama, in the pursuit of wisdom. Conclusion. The unquenchable thirst, your path to perpetual progress. The timeless Zen parable of the well of thirst is far more than a simple anecdote, it's a profound, living testament to the transformative power of an insatiable thirst for knowledge. It challenges our passive assumptions about learning, revealing that true progress and lasting success are born not from innate talent or mere opportunity, but from the relentless, proactive pursuit of understanding. Key learnings for your personal Buddha story. The depth of your desire determines your effort. The intensity of your inner yearning for something directly correlates with the effort you're willing to expend to achieve it. True thirst compels action and resourcefulness. Application. Before embarking on a goal, assess your thirst. Is it a genuine, deep desire, or a fleeting interest? Cultivating a strong, authentic intention, samma sankappa, is crucial for sustained effort, viriya. Proactive learning is key to success. Don't wait for knowledge to come to you. Actively seek it out. Even when obstacles arise, resourcefulness and persistence are vital. Application. Identify areas where you want to grow. Don't be deterred by initial challenges. See obstacles as opportunities to develop ingenuity and perseverance. Just like the second traveler making a rope from grass. Lifelong learning for lasting fulfillment. Success is not a destination but a continuous journey of learning and growth. Stagnation, even for experts, leads to boredom and diminishes vitality. Application. Commit to lifelong learning in various forms. Read, write, explore new ideas, engage with diverse perspectives. This keeps your mind sharp, your spirit refreshed, and your life vibrant. Knowledge is your intrinsic treasure. Unlike external possessions that can be lost or taken away, the knowledge and wisdom you acquire become an indelible part of who you are, enhancing your confidence and quality of life. Application. Invest in yourself by prioritizing learning. Recognize that true wealth lies in your inner growth and understanding, which are eternally yours. Overcoming comparison. The first disciple's initial suffering stemmed from comparing his progress to another's. The wisdom lies in understanding that progress is a personal journey, driven by internal thirst. Application. Focus on your own growth and learning. Let others' successes inspire you, rather than lead to envy. Your unique path of continuous learning is your greatest source of achievement and contentment. The Buddha's profound wisdom, beautifully illuminated by this parable, invites us to cultivate an unquenchable thirst for knowledge, to embrace lifelong learning as a joyful adventure, and to become the proactive architects of our own boundless progress. This is the essence of your authentic Buddha story. Thank you for watching, and may you always carry the profound peace and illuminating wisdom of these stories within your heart. Join our growing community by liking this video and subscribing to Buddha Story, where ancient wisdom beautifully meets modern mindfulness. What new knowledge will you actively seek to quench your thirst this week? And how will it help you move forward on your path? Share your reflections and experiences in the comments below. Until our next encounter, may your path be filled with profound peace, deep understanding, and the radiant light of your own awakening.